Hello learners, a very good evening to all of you. I hope all of you are doing well. Welcome back. Welcome to another session, another physics session where we'll be doing all the important numericals, okay? All the important numericals related to laws of motion. I'm sure after the session, none of the important questions will be left. So let me check if I'm live. Give me a moment. Just a second, guys. Just a second. Okay, yes. Finally, I'm live. So let's begin the session. Before I start the session, let me first introduce myself. My name is Kalyan K Awasthi and I'm a physics educator at Unacademy. I'm a plus verified educator and I've been teaching physics since 2008. So that roughly adds up to 12 to 13 years now. So yes, I have that experience and you can very well make use of it, right? And very important announcement. Unacademy has two Telegram channels. This is the one, the general Unacademy Telegram group, where you can get the information about all the upcoming sessions, everything. And we have one more Telegram channel, which is the physics channel that is managed by me. And I would request all of you to join the channel, because once you join the channel, you'll be updated with all the upcoming session informations, all the poll questions in the community tab that I give daily. Okay, daily 2 questions. So you'll be updated with that as well. That will add value to your preparations. I mean, see, you have to trust the process, right? And taking small measures, taking small steps every day will definitely take you to miles. And my 2 daily questions on the community tab is just an effort for that. Okay, so I'm sure you'll be benefited, but for that you have to start with it. Okay, so yes, just join the group, just join the Telegram channel, and I'm sure you'll be very benefited with it. Okay, chalo. Apart from the YT sessions, I mean, I'm sure the class that you're watching right now is a YT class, a YouTube class. Okay, we use YT for YouTube. YT class ke alawa, we have special classes as well. Okay, now let me tell you what these special classes are. See, special classes are the free classes that are conducted on the Unacademy app. Okay, and here you can learn from your favorite educator absolutely free. Okay, you don't have to pay for these these special classes. You have nothing to pay for these special classes, and you get a chance to learn from them, bond with them, and we do a lot of questions as well through polls. Okay, a lot of questions through polls. Polls is like previous year important questions that we do in our sessions. And obviously there is a doubt tab as well, right? On the Unacademy app, the portal, you will be having a doubt tab as well. Abhi doubt tab se kya hai, you can just ask your questions in the middle of this session and you can get them resolved then and there. Okay, so if you want to watch any of my special classes, uh, first let me just share the details of the 2 classes. Okay, these are the next upcoming classes that I am having, the next upcoming special classes, right? 27, that is tomorrow, we'll be doing numericals on motion, and then 28, it will be an introductory class to the terms related to motion, right? So I'm sure if you're finding the session interesting, if you find any of these sessions good, feel free to attend these classes, and I'm sure it will be a wow experience for you, right? And in case you want to unlock any of the classes, right? Abhi jo classes I am talking about, they are locked. So for unlocking them, you have to use a code, and this is the code. Okay, Kalyan Live. You can use my code to unlock these special classes, and then you can watch them free, right? Chalo. See, apart from the special classes at Unacademy, we have got plus classes. Now, these plus classes are different from the YT sessions and the special classes. Let me quickly go through the features that a plus class offers to a plus subscriber. First of all, you can learn live from the comfort of your home, right? I mean, you don't have to move out to any coaching institute or anything. आप अपने घर पर बैठ के पढ़ सकते हो. Second, there is unlimited access to all the courses. All the courses in your domain can be accessed by you any number of times. And well, as far as the quality of the educators are concerned, this is Unacademy, so you cannot doubt the credibility of an educator. That is a very, very good thing, right? Then we have regular doubt clearing sessions, right? In fact, every fourth class, I must tell you, every fourth class is a doubt clearing session. ठीक है ना? हर चौथी क्लास में आप अपने डाउट्स क्लियर कर सकते हो. स्पेसिफिकली वो डिजाइन ही आपके डाउट्स क्लियर करने के लिए की गई है. The syllabus is exhaustively covered in all the domains. I mean, study material, I mean, yes, obviously it is available in the PDF, so you can download it. Practice tests, live test series, and batch courses. Now, batch courses means we have got small batches for the courses, and yes, you can be a part of it, right? These are few additional features that a plus course offers. Now, this is the pricing page, and you can use my code here, Kalyan Live. This is my code. If you're using this code, you'll be getting discount. Abhi Unacademy has come up with a very, very interesting offer. Let me put my code here. It's Kalyan Live. Now till 28, forget about this. Till 28, these are the pricings that Unacademy is offering, right? And this is a commendable offer for any learner who wants to be a part of this Unacademy family. I mean, just look at the part. 3 months it's for 6,000. 6 months it's for 8,000. At 12 months it's for 15,000 and 18 months and so on. So आप यहाँ पर देखोगे कि अगर आप 3 month का सब्सक्रिप्शन ले रहे हो तो it will cost you 6,000. 6 months will cost you 8,000. Now this 8,000 for 6 months is a very good thing, and best part is 12 months 12,000. टेक्निकली स्पीकिंग आप 1,000 रुपए पर मंथ में 4 सब्जेक्ट पढ़ने वाले हो. Now that is some unheard kind of discount, right? Just focus on this. See, 12 months and 12,000, right? 12 months and 12,000. Now this is something extraordinary that Unacademy is offering, but the offer is from 25th. I mean, it is till 28th of April. So if you're planning to take a subscription, this is the right time to go about it. You can be a part of the Unacademy family. Now, chalo, let's do the questions that what we were supposed to do. The very first question says that you have to classify the following amongst contact and non-contact forces. Now, first thing, you have to have an idea of what a contact and a non-contact force is. अभी अगर अपने को आइडिया ही नहीं होगा तो आप नहीं निकाल पाओगे, ठीक है ना? So let me just help you with this. The body actually comes into contact okay, non-contact में देयर इज अ फील्ड, ठीक है ना? तो ऐसा फोर्स जहां पर जो बॉडी फोर्स लगा रहा है वो दूसरे बॉडी के कांटेक्ट में आएगा. अभी मेरे को अगर इसको मूव करना है तो मैं इसके कांटेक्ट में आऊंगा, राइट? आई एम पुशिंग इट. सो दिस इज कांटेक्ट फोर्स, राइट? दिस इज कांटेक्ट फोर्स. चलो अभी मेरे को बताओ, लेट्स सी, एक एक को देखते हैं. लेट मी चेंज द पेन. Frictional force. Abhi, is it possible for a body to be acted upon by friction without actually coming in contact with the body? क्या ये possible है कि एक body किसी surface के contact में आए ना और फिर भी friction act कर जाए? नहीं possible है सर, नहीं possible. So frictional force has to be a contact force. देखो ऐसा चलता है. Let us assume that this is rough and a car is moving, right? So there will be a frictional force in the opposite direction. यहाँ पे इस सरफेस की वजह से ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन पे फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स होगा, ठीक है ना। नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द अदर फोर्स। द अदर फोर्स इज नॉर्मल रिएक्शन। चलो देखते हैं व्हाट इज नॉर्मल रिएक्शन। देखो, whenever a body comes in contact with the other body, then the other body exerts an upward force. This is the upward force. Hi Barenya, how are you? कैसे हो आप बेटा? This is an upward force and this is normal reaction. Okay, this is normal reaction. How are you beta? Long time. ओके, एंड कैसा चल रहा है एग्जाम आपका? इंग्लिश का एग्जाम कैसा गया? आई एम श्योर अच्छा गया होगा, राइट? चलो, सो फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स। अभी नॉर्मल रिएक्शन आप मेरे को बताओ, जब तक बॉडी दूसरे, यस इट्स बेटर बट स्टिल इट हर्ट्स, ऑन एंड ऑफ इट हर्ट्स, इट्स स्टिल इट हर्ट्स, बट हाँ अभी तो इट्स बेटर देन अर्लियर, इंडीड इट्स बेटर। अभी ग्राउंड से जो ये अपवर्ड फोर्स लग रहा है दैट इज नॉर्मल रिएक्शन, राइट? अभी नॉर्मल रिएक्शन हैज टू बी कॉन्टैक्ट फोर्स। अभी जब तक द बॉडी इज नॉट इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद द ग्राउंड you cannot have normal reaction. Okay, yes I understand Varanya, take care, all the best for your exam, for your history civics exam. Sure, take care beta, take care. Now the third one is the force of tension in a string. अभी just hang a ball. अभी मान लो a ball is hanged here. Okay, no problem beta. The mass of the ball is m, so the weight of the ball W is equal to mg. It will act downwards. Weight of every body acts downwards. Now here you will notice that the ball is hanged through a string. Now see, action reaction. See, if the ball is pulling the string down because of its weight, string will also have a reaction force जिसको हम बोलते हैं tension. This is T. And very important thing here is tension always acts away from the body. Okay, but अगर मैं आपको बोलूं कि I'm breaking this thread, now there will be no tension. Why? Because the body is not in contact. Tension इसीलिए आया because body was there and it was pulling the other body, right? So it has to be contact force. Okay, it has to be contact force, right? I hope it is clear too. I guess there is some problem with light. Kindly excuse me for that. I'll make sure that it doesn't happen in the next class. Okay, I've just changed the setup and it was showing perfectly all right while testing, but abhi I could see, I mean there is some issue on and off. There are some issues with light, so I'll just sort it out in the before the next class. I'm sure I'll sort it out. Okay, maybe because of the air, due to air condition, it might be shaking and it's doing that way, so I'll fix it up, no issues. ठीक है ना? चलो, the next one is the gravitational force. Now gravitational force is F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. अभी मेरे को बताओ, like earth is attracting every body towards its center, बट क्या अर्थ से कोई ऐसा हाथ निकलता है जो बॉडी को खींच के नीचे ले आता है? नहीं, राइट? तो यहाँ पर अर्थ इज नॉट एक्चुअली कमिंग इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद द बॉडी, but still the force is there, right? And I've just told you, whenever there is a force without actual contact, we always say that there is a field. So gravitational force की वजह से there is always a field, and we call that field as gravitational field. We call it gravitational field. And whenever we see field, we have a non-contact force. So 200% it is a non-contact force, right? The same goes with electrostatic force as well. There is electric field, so again this is a non-contact force. The same goes with magnetic force as well. It is also a non-contact force. Why? Because ये तीनों ही field create करते हैं. Okay, all three create field, and whenever there is a field, there is a non-contact force, right? So this is done. Let's talk about the next one. The next question says, a ball is hanging by a string from the ceiling of the roof. Okay, very good. Let me just change the pen. Draw a neat labeled diagram showing the forces acting on the ball and the string. Okay, fine. हमने अभी ये क्वेश्चन किया, मैंने आपको अभी बताया. There is nothing new, but since we have to draw label diagram, so this is the ball. The weight of the ball will be acting downwards, and a tension force, we call it T, it will be acting upwards. So yes, there are two forces, a weight mg and a tension T, and because of these two forces, this equilibrium will be maintained, right? Is it clear? Yes. Give me a minute, let me just fix it. I guess one of the light is just within a minute. I'll be back. Just a minute. Let's hope कुछ improvement हो. Yes, hopefully होना चाहिए. चल. So yes, I guess the logic is clear. A ball is hanging by a string, and this is what the force looks like, right? Great. Chalo, let's see the next one. A spring is compressed against a rigid wall. Okay. Draw a neat and labeled diagram showing the forces acting on the spring. Now this is new for you guys, I guess. Let me just draw it for you. Okay. This is a rigid wall. Sorry. Okay, let me do it another way. This is a wall, and this is a normal spring. Okay, this is a normal spring. ठीक है ना? Now the question is saying that the spring is compressed against a wall. So when compressed, I mean these will come close to each other, right? And let us assume that this is the external force applied for compressing the spring. This was the external force that was applied for compressing the spring. Now you can clearly see that the spring has moved by a distance x, right? You can clearly see that the spring has moved by a distance x. This is the distance x by which the spring has moved in. Let me just draw it. Okay, now see, there is one force acting on the spring. This is, I mean, I'm sure it will be new for many of you. You might not have heard about it. That force is called restoring force. Okay, let me just write it. Hi RTS Gaming, good evening beta, how are you? This force is called restoring force. Now hota kya hai? The restoring force always tries to restore the original position of the body. ठीक है ना? It tries to restore the original position. अभी मेरे को बताओ, if I'm compressing the spring and there is a force which is trying to restore the position, तो restoring force किधर लगना चाहिए? Obviously इधर लगना चाहिए. Yes. Restoring force इधर लगना चाहिए. Why? Because restoring force is only ensuring that the body will regain its lost position. So we call it F is equal to minus kx. This is how we represent the restoring force, where k is spring constant. Okay. होता क्या है? This restoring force is proportional to minus x. When we remove the proportionality sign, we have to put a constant, and we finally get F is equal to minus kx. Right? This is clear? Chalo, next one. The separation between two masses is reduced to half. How is the magnitude of gravitational force between them affected? Okay, fine. So if we are able to recall the formula, then it will be very easy for us to calculate the values. See, the force here is F is equal to, oh sorry, this is electrostatics. F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square, right? This is the force. Now the force is directly proportional to inversely proportional to the square of the distance, and the question here is saying that the separation between the two masses is reduced to half. Let us assume this is F1. Say F1 is equal to K 1 upon R1 square, and R2 is R1 by 2, and F2 is equal to K 1 upon R2 square. We have to find F2. So let's divide F2 by F1. This will be K 1 upon R2 square divided by K 1 upon R1 square. So this will be 1 upon R2 square into R1 square. Right? Right? Yes? So this is R1 upon R2 ka whole square. Fine? Now, R1 upon R2 is R1 by 2 whole square. So F2 will be 4 times of F1. ठीक है ना? I hope the logic is clear to everyone. Chalo, next one. Which of the following is a contact force? Okay, they are asking you which of the following is a contact force. So contact force मतलब body को actually में contact में आना पड़ेगा. So electrostatic force में there is field, gravitational में field, इसमें field. This should be the correct answer. Okay, I've just explained you in this question number 1, so no need to dwell into this. Non-contact force is the non-contact, okay, force due to gravity. Now let me explain it. Okay, there is no contact. Gravitational field is there. Okay, we have gravitational field, there is no contact, right? Yes. Okay, now you have to explain the following questions. When a train suddenly moves forward, the passengers standing in the compartment tends to fall backward. Okay, let me just change the pen. I'm sure all of you might have experienced it. You're moving with the train. When the train is moving, you are in inertia of motion. Okay, right? Yes. Okay, suddenly move, sorry, suddenly moves means the train was stationary. When the train was stationary, you were in inertia of rest. Now the train started moving suddenly. Now as soon as the train started, abhi initially the train was at inertia of rest, you were at inertia of rest, but as soon as the train started, now train is in the inertia of motion, but you are in this inertia of rest. Because of this difference you feel this, right? The same logic goes for the second one as well. When a corridor train suddenly starts, the sliding doors of the compartment may open. Yes, obviously they will open. Why? Because the sliding doors will move backward. Why backward? Because they were in the state of inertia of rest, and the train suddenly changed its state and it came into inertia of motion. But in that short period, they cannot move, right? People often shake branches of a tree for getting down the fruits. Yes, both the tree and the fruit, they are at inertia of rest, right? Both the tree and the fruit, they are at inertia of rest. Now what happens, you started shaking the tree, right? As soon as you start shaking the tree, initially the fruit was at rest, but now the branch is at motion, so there is a detachment due to which the fruit falls, right? Now after alighting from a moving bus, one has to run for some distance in the direction of bus in order to avoid falling. Yes. Why? Dekho, a bus was moving, you got down from the bus. Now while bus was moving, you were also moving, so bus was in the inertia of motion and you were also in the inertia of motion. अभी ग्राउंड इज एट रेस्ट, राइट? अभी ग्राउंड तो रेस्ट पे है, आप चलते बस से डायरेक्टली ग्राउंड पे आ गए, तो आपके बॉडी का जो अपर पार्ट है दैट इज इन इनर्शिया ऑफ मोशन, बट एज सून एज यू टच द ग्राउंड, आपके जो फीट हैं दे आर इनर्शिया ऑफ रेस्ट. समझ रहे आप? आपके जो फीट हैं दे आर एट द इनर्शिया ऑफ रेस्ट. आपके बॉडी का जो अपर पार्ट है दैट इज इनर्शिया ऑफ मोशन बिकॉज यू आर ऑन द बस. तो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस डिफरेंस आप गिर जाते हो, ठीक है ना? तो इन ऑर्डर टू एंश्योर कि आप गिरो ना, whenever you are getting out of the train or a bus, वैसे तो please 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 never try this. Don't move out of a moving train or a bus. In case you're doing it, you have to run for some time and let your feet and body inertia match, and then you can take a halt. Okay? Dust particles are removed from the carpet. The same logic for the this tree and fruit. Okay, it is the same logic. This is why this happens. Yes, just a second. चलो भाई, अभी कुछ न्यूमेरिकल्स करते हैं बहुत ही बढ़िया से. A body of mass 5 kg is moving with a velocity. Calculate the linear momentum. चलो सबसे पहले तो let's see what linear momentum is. See, I have scheduled this session so that if any one of you have watched the strategy session, I have told you फिजिक्स में न्यूमेरिकल या क्वेश्चंस करने के दो तरीके हैं. आप बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ लो एंड देन यू स्टार्ट डूइंग क्वेश्चंस, या आप पढ़ो भी साथ में एंड क्वेश्चंस भी साथ में करो, राइट? एंड जितने ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस करोगे उतना कॉन्सेप्ट बेटर होगा. सो आई एम इन दिस फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर सेशन आई एम फॉलोइंग स्ट्रेटेजी 2. अभी न्यूमेरिकल से ही आपको समझाऊंगा, राइट? लीनियर मोमेंटम, सबसे पहले इसको पी से डिनोट करते हैं, स्मॉल पी से, राइट? इट इज अ वेक्टर क्वांटिटी, राइट? यस. एंड force acting on a body आई एम श्योर आपको ये याद होगा. दिस इज न्यूटन्स सेकेंड लॉ. तो दिस इज लीनियर मोमेंटम. फॉर्मूला इज m into v. Linear momentum is the product of mass into velocity. Now mass is given here. Right? I hope the logic is clear. It was very easy question, direct formula application. Now again, Newton's second law. Please, when you are doing the questions of motion, I mean motion, laws of motion, anything, always remember one thing. यूनिट के मार्क्स होते हैं एंड बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं, ठीक है ना? यूनिट के मार्क्स होते हैं और बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं, तो मेक श्योर यू डोंट स्किप एनी ऑफ द यूनिट्स एंड यू राइट द यूनिट्स प्रॉपरली, राइट? चलो नेक्स्ट करते हैं. एंड दिस लुक्स अ बिट इंटरेस्टिंग. जस्ट रीड द क्वेश्चन. देखो, बिफोर डूइंग द क्वेश्चंस मैं तीनों इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन लिख देता हूं फॉर यू. Excuse me. Okay, these are the terms involved. Now let's see what the question says. The question is saying that there is a force of 10 Newton. Okay, well and good. It acts on a body of mass 2 kg. Okay, the mass of the body is 2 kg. Well and good. And the time for which it acts is 3 seconds. Okay, sir. Initially at rest. That means initial velocity is 0. See, always remember one thing. Whenever you are doing these kind of questions, please make a habit from now onwards of writing whatever is given in the questions. Okay, whatever information is given in the questions, first write it down for solving numericals. Okay, chalo. So you have to calculate the velocity acquired by the body. See, velocity acquired by the body means they are asking you final velocity. right? They are asking you final velocity. अभी देखो F is equal to ma, right? Implies that a is equal to F upon m. 5 meter per second square is the acceleration. Now we know we can use first equation of motion. Let me just change the pen. We can use this. A is equal to V minus U upon T, right? Now A is 5, V is what we have to find. Initially at rest, that means U is 0. Time here is 3 seconds. So V is 15 meter per second, right? Now they are asking what is the change in the momentum. Okay, change in the momentum. So change in the momentum is final momentum minus initial momentum, right? या difference ले सकते हो. Final momentum is mass into final velocity, mass into initial velocity. अभी initial velocity तो 0 है, so this is 0. So momentum will be 2 into 15. That is 30 kg into meter per second. I hope you have understood the logic. All of you, yes? Okay, fine. Chalo, let's do few more questions. Oh, yes. This is a good question. You have to calculate the force acting on the particle. Okay, let us assume that the mass is 1000 grams. Okay, and you have to calculate the force, right? So how will you proceed? How will the force be calculated? Again there is a problem. Just a second. I guess I'm on. Hi, how are you, beta? Now it won't be a problem, I guess. Yes, Krish, I remember you. I know you are Krish. How are you, Krish? How's life? Now you are in class 10th, right, Krish? Mm, okay. 9th. Okay. So you have started physics, Krish. You can ask if you have any problem. ठीक है ना? Now we are doing few very good questions, and I'm sure you'll find it good. No problem. No problem, beta. No problem. You're fine ना, but that is important. Classes तो होती रहेंगे. You can watch the recordings. No problem, Krish. No problem, beta. Yes, I understand. Yes, I understand. I mean, schools and homeworks and everything, right? चलो भी क्वेश्चन पे ध्यान देते हैं. You have to find the force. Okay. अभी मान लेते हैं मास इज 1000 ग्राम, या हो गया 1 kg. चलो ठीक है, 1 kg, राइट? नाउ फोर्स के लिए वी नीड मास, तो वी नीड एक्सेलरेशन एज वेल. ओके, अभी फोर्स के लिए वी नीड मास एंड एक्सेलरेशन. अभी द एक्सेलरेशन इज नॉट गिवन डायरेक्टली. Okay, they have not given the acceleration directly. Rather, they have given you a velocity time graph. Now, this question, combines two concepts: the motion, the laws of motion, and motion in one dimension. because in motion in one dimension we have studied the graphical analysis, and it will be readily used in this question. देखो, velocity time graph, let me tell you. These are the two important things. It gives you displacement. Okay, so there are two quantities that we have to look forward to. From a velocity time graph you can get acceleration, and from a velocity time graph you can get displacement. Now, what is slope? I'm sure you are in class 9, but many of you might not be very aware of it. So let me explain you. Whatever angle a line makes from the horizontal axis, that angle is your slope. Okay, whatever angle. Okay, there are many formulas for slope. Slope can be formed from determined by y by x, one formula. And the third one is slope can be determined through tan theta as well. Okay, you can use tan theta to determine the slope as well. So these are the three formulas. Abhi tan theta to I guess you might not be very aware of it. तो बेस्ट पार्ट है, आप कोई दो पॉइंट ले लो. एक पॉइंट ये ले लो, एक पॉइंट ले लो. टेक्निकली स्पीकिंग सबसे ज्यादा हम y बाई एक्स यूज करते हैं. अभी मेरे को बताओ y इस पॉइंट का y एक्सिस पे डिस्टेंस कितना है. दिस इज 20. देखो 20 मीटर्स, यही डिस्टेंस है, दिस वन. एंड व्हाट इज द x डिस्टेंस? x is 5. So what is slope? That is 4. And what do you get from the slope? You get the acceleration. So acceleration is 4 meter per second square. Now you know mass, you know acceleration. You can clearly find the value of force. Yes? I guess yes, it is clear. Right? Okay, chalo. Let's do the next one. A car of mass 480 kgs moving at a speed of itna is stopped by applying brakes in 10 seconds. Okay. See, I always tell you, सबसे पहले just write the quantities which are given. It's moving with a speed. That means initial velocity is given, and that is okay. Excuse me. So 15 meter per second is the value, right, of the velocity. it is stopped by applying brakes in 10 seconds. Abhi, if the body is stopped, final velocity is 0. Yes, right? And the time taken for the body to be stopped is 10 seconds. Now, first of all, what we can do is we can use V is equal to U plus AT. Now, if the body is being stopped, that means there is retardation. There is retardation. Whenever there is retardation, the equation of motion changes, and we use V is equal to U minus AT. This way, A will be U by T. Okay. So U is 15, T is 10. You will get 1.5 meter per second square. समझ रहे हो? Retardation में we use a negative sign. Sorry, there is a power cut. That is why it is on inverter. It will be resumed quite soon, I guess. It's summers and there are frequent power cuts, so please excuse me for that. Okay, so we have got the value of acceleration and you have to find the force. So ठीक है भाई, F is equal to m into A. This will help you get the force. Yes, right? देख लो एक बार, any problem you can ask me. चल, let's see what the next question says. What is the next question? Okay, two balls A and B of masses m and 2m are in motion with these velocities. Compare their inertia. So first of all, reason for inertia is mass. ठीक है ना? So if the two bodies are in the ratio of m is to 2m, so inertia will be 1 is to 2. ये तो सीधा सा फंडा है, इसमें कुछ सोचना ही नहीं. There is no second thought about it. You can directly draw the conclusion. Inertia, momentum. Momentum is mass into velocity. So right, we can do this. Right, now let's see what the values are. So yes, the ratio of the linear momentum is again 1 is to 1. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, the last part. The force needed to stop them in the same time. So what is the force? What is the force? How much force do we need? I mean, how is force related to this change in momentum? Come on, anyone? See, we have to simply apply Newton's second law. Okay, because Newton's second law says that the force acting on the body is equal to rate of change of momentum. Okay, अभी यहाँ पर मेरे को वो फोर्स निकालना है, तो सिंपल है, अपने को रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ मोमेंटम निकालना है. राइट, क्या मोमेंटम का रेशियो है, एंड दैट विल गिव यू द आंसर. सो एनीवन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन वांट टू टेल मी? यस, ओके फाइन. देखो भाई, फोर्स इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ मोमेंटम. अभी मोमेंटम तो सेम ही है. You can clearly see that the momentum is same for both the bodies. Yes. Abhi if the momentum is same, the ratio of the force has to be same. So what will I say? Same force will act on both the bodies. Yes, same force will be acting on both the bodies, right? I hope the logic is clear to all of you. Just let me figure it out once again. Okay, let's see if it works. I've tried an emergency light. Maybe it might work. Chalo. Let's do the next question. Okay, the question says a bullet of mass 50 gram is moving with an initial velocity. Okay, like I always say, first of all just write whatever is given. Okay, so the mass of the bullet is 50 grams. You can convert it into kgs and this will be 0.05 kg. ठीक है ना? Moving with an initial velocity, so you are given an initial velocity of 100 meter per second. Fine है. Excuse me. Strikes a wooden block and comes to rest. That means final velocity is 0 after penetrating a distance of 2 centimeters. That means the distance covered by the body is 0.02 meters. मैंने सेंटीमीटर्स को डायरेक्टली मीटर में कन्वर्ट कर लिया है, सो यू नीड नॉट वरी अबाउट इट. ठीक है ना? So the very first part is initial momentum of the bullet. P initial is mass into initial velocity. So mass here is 0.05 kg and velocity initial is 100, right? So this will be 5 kg into meter per second. This will be the initial momentum, right? Final momentum of the bullet. Finally the bullet is coming to rest, so final momentum is m into v. This will be 0, right? The final momentum will be 0. That is also clear and that was easy as well. So let's see the next part, what it says. Okay, retardation caused by the wooden block. Okay, no problem. See, we can use this equation. V square is equal to u square minus 2as. Since it is retardation, so I have kept minus here. Now final velocity is 0 is equal to u square minus 2as. So a will be u square upon 2s. Okay, now everything is given. U square is 100 into 100, 2 into s. S is 0.02. Solve it. You can solve it. You'll get the retardation as well. Yes, the logic is clear. And the last part is we have to find the resistive force. The force will be mass into acceleration. So this way you can get the value of force as well, right? So these were few numerical questions. We have one more. Okay. A car is moving with a uniform velocity. That means initial velocity is 30 meter per second. It is stopped in 2 seconds by applying a force. Time is 2 seconds. Calculate the change in momentum, right? The retardation produced in the car and the mass of the car. अभी आप मेरे को बताओ, सबसे पहले मेरे को निकालना पड़ेगा एक्सेलरेशन. A is equal to v minus u upon t. अभी v is 0, u is minus 30, t is 2. So this is minus 15 meter per second square, and this is retardation. Okay, second part is done. We have calculated the retardation. The next what we have, mass. Yes, we can find the mass because we know the force. Right, change in momentum. Change in momentum is mass into final velocity minus initial velocity. Final velocity is 0, so it will be m into u, negative का. Mass is 100 and u is 30. So this way we can get the change in momentum as well. So we have done all the important questions, I guess, from the Selena के जितने भी important questions थे, I have already solved it for you. चलो, okay. Now the emerge test series is going on. All the learners who are from Unacademy ICSE 10, 10, 12 learners, they can be a part of this particular test series. It is from 23rd to 26th April. You can enroll. The enrollment is free. You can use my code Kalyan Live, right? And for ICSE, a new batch is starting tomorrow. Manan sir is taking maths, Shivam sir is taking physics, Ritika ma'am is taking chemistry, and Bhavna ma'am is taking biology. अभी यहाँ पर खास बात क्या है, अगर आप क्लास 9th का सब्सक्रिप्शन लोगे बेटा तो आपको 10th से लेके 12th तक फ्री मिल जाएगा, राइट? If you're subscribing for class 9th, you'll be getting 10th to 12th free. All you have to do is you have to use the code Kalyan Live. Okay. And abhi Unacademy is offering 20% discount as well. I've already shared the creatives in the beginning. One more batch for class 10th, that is Apollo. That is also starting tomorrow. So I'm sure many of you might be enrolled in these two batches, right? Manan sir taking maths, Shivam sir physics, Ritika ma'am chemistry, and Bhavna ma'am biology, right? And we have one batch Eternals for class 9th. This is an English batch where Hina ma'am is taking maths, I'll be taking physics, Manisha ma'am chemistry, and Vani ma'am biology, right? We have one more batch that we are calling Hercules. This has already started from 20th of April, and again the same faculty member. This is a very good chance for all the learners to be a part of it, and the offer is very lucrative and never heard before, so you must grab this offer before it ends. And the offer is ending on 28th, right? So make sure you avail your 20% discount before the offer ends, right? And I'm sure many of you might be aware of this community feature, the community feature that Unacademy is offering. You can be close to your educator, you can be connected with your educator through the community tab, community portal, and you can get the notes. Everything is on the community. So I mean, you have to just follow the educator on the Unacademy app. And yes, this bugs bounty offer rather, if you find any derogatory remark, any inappropriate content in this particular session, and you're the first one to report, you can claim your prize, right? So guys, that is all from my side. A very humble request, if you have not subscribed us on YT, do subscribe us, like the video, share the link of the video with your friends, make sure it has maximum reach, and yes, don't forget to click the bell icon, right? If you're clicking on the bell icon, you'll be updated with all the upcoming sessions. And yes, you can download the PDFs, the slides as well. That will be a great thing for you guys. Chalo bhai, thank you. That is all from my side. Stay healthy, stay safe, and most importantly, let's crack it with